Thinking of exiting your business or taking on a private equity partner to help you grow faster? BizNexus has you covered. Tap into our network of thousands of best-fit investors, acquirers, and proven M&A advisors, and we'll help you begin the relationship confidentially on your terms, your timeline. Learn more at biznexus.com.
Disclaimer from the always present legal team. Podcast conversations don't necessarily reflect the views of BizNexus Incorporated. Everything you hear is informational news and updates from around the industry. We're not recommending any investments. We're not offering any investment advice. Be sure to do your own homework.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive.
Good to be here.
So today we're digging into a concept you brought to us through these sources, buyer-led M&A.
That's right.
And your materials, they really highlight this framework. It's associated with companies like DealRoom, who seem to be, well, championing this idea.
Exactly. Putting the buyer more firmly in the driver's seat, throughout the whole M&A process. That seems to be the core message.
So our mission today is just to unpack that, right? Using only what's in your sources, what is buyer-led M&A? How does it differ from, I guess, the old way? And why do these sources say it matters?
Precisely. Sticking strictly to the info provided. Let's get into the fundamentals.
Okay. So the big difference your sources point out, it seems pretty stark. They call traditional M&A things like slow, fragmented, and banker-driven.
Yeah, or even seller-led.
Right. And this buyer-led approach, the sources, they actually say it flips the script.
Mm-hmm. And the claim is it's built for, operators, not advisors.
With the goal being, what was it, fewer, better deals, faster?
Exactly. So it's a shift, The buyer isn't just reacting to deals bankers bring. Instead, they're proactively controlling things, sourcing, diligence, integration, the whole life cycle.
Okay, taking control. And your sources laid this out using 5 core pillars, like the building blocks.
Yeah, that's the structure they use. The first one is never M&A on impulse.
Right. Thoughtful sourcing, clear intent.
Exactly. Your sources stress that deals need to start with a sharp thesis, thinking about cultural alignment, and having an actual executable integration strategy.
So no more just jumping on something that looks shiny.
Pretty much. Eliminating those reactive deals and the wasted motion that apparently comes with them. You need a strategic fit and a plan before you engage.
Okay, that makes strategic sense, knowing how it fits and how you'll integrate up front. What's pillar 2 then?
That flows nicely into the second one. Unified process, tools, and data. Think. One platform. One team. One source of truth.
Tackling the fragmentation problem.
Right. Your materials suggest traditional M&A gets bogged down with, different spreadsheets, email chains, data all over the place.
Yeah, sounds messy.
So centralizing the M&A stack from sourcing right through post-close is presented as key for, better collaboration, visibility, and just making faster decisions.
Okay, having one playbook, one system seems logical for cutting down delays. So, strategy clear, process unified. Where next?
Pillar 3, synchronize diligence and integration. And they have that catchy phrase.
Oh yeah, start integration before the ink dries.
Mm-hmm. So instead of diligence, then integration planning, your sources argue you should build the integration plan while you're doing diligence.
Wow. Okay, so you're figuring out how the combined company works before you even close.
That's the idea. To be day one ready, hit the ground running immediately post-close and, capture that deal value faster.
That feels like a major workflow shift, designing the future state during due diligence, and Pillar 4 builds on that.
Correct. Pillar 4 is built for scalability, summed up as repeatable, measurable, adaptable.
Making M&A a machine, not a project.
Basically, yes. Your sources argue that if M&A is going to be a real growth engine, it needs to be a core competency.
Makes sense.
So this means, according to the materials, having defined playbooks, a clear team structure, ways to measure success, and, importantly, learning and adapting the process over time.
Turning it into a repeatable capability. Crucial if you're doing multiple deals.
Okay.
And last one, Pillar 5.
Pillar 5 is framed as the win-win approach.
So it's not just about the buyer winning.
Apparently not. The sources really emphasize this bit. It's not just about getting the deal done. It's about making it work for both sides. The focus here is on long-term value creation, alignment, and trust. Making sure the deal actually delivers value well after closing, which requires, a genuine partnership mindset.
That's a really key point they're making, that even if it's buyer-led, long-term success needs benefits for everyone involved.
Precisely. And the overall wrap-up from your sources is that this whole buyer-led M&A framework is how modern teams move faster, close smarter, and build long-term value. It's presented as this cohesive system.
So looking back at everything you shared in these sources, understanding this buyer-led framework definitely offers a new perspective, doesn't it? A move from maybe reactive deal-making to something much more proactive, integrated, and, well, strategic, driven by the buyer.
Yeah, it paints a clear picture of that shift. And, thinking about that final pillar, the one emphasizing the win-win approach, it does make you wonder, based purely on these sources, well, does calling it buyer-led, which inherently sounds like it shifts the power balance, does that framing actually require an even deeper, maybe more sophisticated partnership approach to truly achieve that long-term win-win success the sources themselves are advocating for?
That's a fascinating thought to leave things on. Does leading mean needing an even better partnership? Definitely something to chew on for the material.
Acquiring a business? BizNexus simplifies it. Access thousands of updated opportunities in our DIY marketplace or supercharge team sourcing with OmniSource, your all-in-one platform for on-market, off-market, and coming-soon deals. Scale smarter today. Learn more or book a demo at www.biznexus.com.